Calais is an initiative that has a lot of components to it. Fundamentally, what we're trying to do for publishers is to jumpstart this process of creating metadata that they can attach to their content. Publishers have a real issue and an opportunity of generating lots of content which has relatively short shelf lives. You know, unlike a scientific publication that has value for years and years, your article about Hurricane Ike is good for a day or two or three. So you have a real investment and ROI issue of manually generating that semantic information. What Calais helps you do is automatically generate that information, even for very low latency, short shelf life content. So you can start to get the benefits of having that metadata incorporated in your content. Calais is a web service, so there's nothing installed on the publisher's site. When they have content that they've prepared or content that they've ingested perhaps from a third-party source, they take that content and send it via a web service API to Calais as a transaction. The Calais engine wakes up, processes that content using a series of natural language processing tools and machine learning, and returns the metadata structured as RDF, Resource Description Framework. That round-trip cycle takes about half a second or so on average, and as the content gets larger it obviously can go up over a second. What the publisher chooses to do with that metadata at that point is kind of up to them. We've seen a number of applications of using that metadata to improve search on their site, and now we're starting to see what I'd call some second-generation applications where publishers are using it to automatically create content hubs on their site, to automatically categorize inbound content and take some of the load off their editorial staff of the junk work and let them concentrate on being humans. So there's a number of different ways you can use this metadata. We're just starting to see kind of innovative uses of it right now, both in publishers and we're starting to see it in museums, who also have large collections as well. Well, the cost for the publisher, very straightforward answer. Open Calais is free. The full functionality is free. We allow people to use it up to 40,000 times a day, which is a lot of documents for a publisher. You can use it for both commercial and non-commercial models. We're perfectly happy if you make money based on your use of Calais. If you want contractual service levels, if you want 7 by 24-hour monitoring, there is a commercial version available that for a couple of $1,000s a month we basically take the level of diligence around providing it up. What's in it for us is the question that we often get asked. Thomson Reuters is a large for-profit enterprise, and there's really two pieces to that answer. The underlying technology is ClearForest, and that's ClearForest natural language processing technology, which is now part of Thomson Reuters. Thomson Reuters wants that to be the best in the world. Not as good as other NLP tools, but the best in the world. So one of the ways to do that is to expose it to the mean streets of the web, expose it to thousands of users, and hyper-evolve that software, which is one thing that we're absolutely achieving with this. The other is fundamentally, Thomson Reuters owns massive quantities of content, petabytes of high-value content that we license to our customers. We recognize fully that the volume of content and the value of content in the web is exploding, and we want to be relevant to that. And the first step toward being relevant to that and maintaining our relevancy in the marketplace for our core consumers, financial professionals, is to make that content interoperable. To let you use the web's content, but let you bounce it against Thomson Reuters content to double check it, to get value, to validate it. You don't make $20 million hedge fund bets on the basis of a Twitter stream. But input from those types of user-generated content, when they can be bounced against kind of the optical lab bench that Reuters content is, now you have value. So instead of the explosion of internet content eroding Thomson Reuters' value proposition, we actually transform ourselves into a catalyst here. And as that content explodes, the value of our content also increases.